My girlfriend left me after watching Big Brother Naija. When I first met Quincy, I thought I had found my forever. She had the kind of smile that could melt away the weight of a bad day, and her laughter. It echoed in my chest long after she stopped. For almost 2 years, we were inseparable. I was her Bruno, and she was my queen. We did everything together. Sunday market runs in Balagan, late-night shawarma runs at the junction, prayer meetings where we held hands tight, even lazy afternoons lying on the balcony watching clouds drift across the Lagos sky. Our love felt solid, real, unshakable. But things started to shift the very season Big Brother Naija began. At first, it felt harmless. She'd gather her snacks, curl her legs beneath her like a child, and sit cross-legged in front of the TV. I'd watch her eyes light up as though the housemates were long-lost friends. Sometimes I'd sit with her, laughing at the silly drama. I thought it was just entertainment. I didn't know then that these contestants, strangers we didn't even know, would soon feel more alive in her heart than I was. Every evening, when I came home tired from work, expecting her warm embrace or at least her soft welcome, I found her already glued to the screen. "Babe, come and see what's happening," she'd call out, barely glancing in my direction. And I would sit reluctantly, trying to share the moment. At first, it was funny, but then it changed. She began comparing me with them, the contestants. "Look at my favorite contestant. See how he supports his partner. Bruno, you can't even do half of that for me. See how the other contestant defends his girl? You never defend me like that." She said it casually, almost playfully. But when jokes repeat often enough, they stop being jokes. They become daggers disguised as words. And that was when the seed of doubt began to grow in me. One night, I caught her wiping tears from her face. Her eyes were red, her voice trembling. "What's wrong?" I asked, reaching for her hand. She pointed at the TV. One of the housemates had just given a passionate speech about his love outside the house. "That's the kind of love I want," she whispered. Her words pierced my chest like knives. Wasn't my love enough? Hadn't I given her my best? I lay awake that night, staring at the ceiling fan spinning slowly, wondering when our love became ordinary. But the changes didn't stop there. She began ignoring my calls during the day. At night, she rushed home not for me, not for us, but to catch the next episode. It was as if she lived in two worlds, one dull and lifeless with me, and another, exciting, thrilling, intoxicating, with them. The gap between us widened with every eviction show, every Saturday night party, every diary session. Our conversations turned into arguments. Our laughter turned into silence. Then came the bombshell. It was a Saturday night. She invited 2 of her friends over for the live eviction show. I decided to step out and buy suya for everyone, just to remind her I could still do the little thoughtful things. When I returned, I heard her in the kitchen, whispering with her friend. "I don't even know if Bruno is the man for me anymore," she said. "Watching these housemates has opened my eyes. I deserve more." The words hit me like bullets. I froze in the corridor, the nylon of suya trembling in my hand. My heart sank so low I thought it would never rise again. When her friends left that night, I confronted her. My voice shook. "Quincy, do you really feel this way?" She didn't hesitate. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Bruno, I need space. This relationship is not giving me what I want." The next morning, she packed her bags. No fight, no tears, no second thoughts, just silence. Days turned into weeks. My room became a graveyard of her memory. Her slippers still by the door, her half-used perfume bottle on the dresser, her hair bonnet lying carelessly on my pillow. Everywhere I turned, she was gone, yet she was still there. I called her. No answer. I texted. Blue ticks. Silence. I checked her social media. Every photo of us together vanished, like our love never existed. She had erased me like chalk on a board. But then came the twist. One evening, a mutual friend called me in secret. "Bruno, I think Quincy left you not because of Big Brother alone. There's someone else. She's been talking to one of her colleagues at work. He's flashy, confident, treats her like the contestants do on Big Brother." My chest caved in. So it wasn't just about the show. It was another man. Big Brother Naija had been the spark, but the fire had been burning long before. Still, a foolish part of me wanted her back. I remembered her laughter, her warmth, the way she once looked at me like I was her whole world. But life had other plans. 3 months later, I saw her again. I was at a restaurant, trying to rebuild my life over dinner with a friend. Then she walked in. Quincy. My Quincy. Except she wasn't mine anymore. She looked radiant, glowing like pain had never touched her. And beside her was him, the man who replaced me. She didn't flinch when our eyes met. No guilt. No hesitation. Just a polite smile as she walked past like I was nothing more than a stranger. That moment killed me. I excused myself, walked into the restroom, and broke down. My chest burned. My hands trembled. My reflection looked like a man who had lost everything. But standing there, I realized something important. Sometimes the person you love can become a stranger in a matter of weeks. And no matter how much you give, it will never be enough for someone who wants more. So I walked out of that restaurant with heavy steps but a clearer heart. Love can be beautiful, but it can also shatter you in ways you never expect. My story with Quincy taught me that love influenced by fantasy is dangerous. Reality TV may entertain, but it can create desires real love cannot always satisfy. If you've ever lost someone because they were chasing a fantasy, I want to hear your story. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share this story with someone who needs to know they're not alone. Because sometimes heartbreak doesn't just teach us about others, it teaches us about ourselves. Check out my other videos. You might find one that speaks to your heart, just like this one. See you there. Thanks for watching.